Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. We are so happy you found us, and if you're back again, thank you. You are appreciated too. I am so excited you are here today. We have a fun video. We are going to be talking paint chips, paint cards, whatever you call these, and we have some of the long ones. I cut this one up, but it's a long one. We also have some of the solid, fatter ones. So let's just jump right in. Oh, but as a bonus, because it is almost officially spring, I think in 3 days it will be officially spring, I am going to do over the next few days flip throughs of spring papers, journals, that kind of thing, just for inspiration, just to appreciate spring, because I know we've all had a long, cold winter. So before I jump into the actual video where I talk about what to do with the paint cards, you know, different things you can do, how you can use them, I thought I would do, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you've seen this journal because it's my favorite in the world. It's absolute spring inspiration. But this journal right here is from my great friend Liz over at Liv's Crafts and Gifts. And she doesn't make journals anymore, but she makes cute Easter dresses. So I'll link her Facebook page down below for Liz Crafts and Gifts, and you can go check out those adorable Easter dresses. They're also posted in my Facebook group, which is also linked below, so if you want to see her Easter dresses, go check there. But today I'm doing a quick flip through, just going to show it to you because this is my #1 inspiration for spring and summer, if I'm honest. So let's just get into this. Oh, by the way, this is a true junk journal made from junk. Made from mail, made from boxes, packaging, menus, just anything that you would normally recycle. This is made from it. So it's fun. So not only is it very inspirational, it's inspirational. Let's get into it. The cover is just a box, and she covered it with, it looks like wrapping paper, some fun springy papers. And then on the front cover, she attached some lace appliques, which are beautiful. Used seed packets right here. And then in the seed packets, she has some tags. In the cucumber seed packet, we have, of course, a paint chip card tag. 2 of them. Okay, so that's really cool. In the top one, again, we just have some great tags. 2 are from packaging, and 1 is a paint chip card. So tags are definitely something that we can use paint chip cards for. They make wonderful tags. Okay, and then the side you can see is more of the lace appliques. Then on the back, there's a huge pocket on the side made from that same wrapping paper. And it has 2 tags in it, which, again, are both paint chip cards. Super fun. And then a little seed packet in the corner with a little cardboard packaging tag. Okay, so let's just flip through this real quick. So she made this great pocket. I just love this. And it's got a little packaging tag in it. And then some extremely grungy coffee dyed paper, which I love. Then you can see this is a Goya packaging there. And she's used fabric for her trims. And then she just has a bunch of different tags in here. And this is made from an old Chipotle. Oops, Chipotle. And this is some type of packaging as well. And then this is just a menu, and she gessoed it. And more like food wrapper. And then this is like ink or paint that she just kind of stamped on, and then she added some of this pretty trim. And she did some stitching around it. And this is some packaging, you know, like for fruit and stuff. And then this is like a cereal bag that she trimmed with some sari silk. Coffee dyed paper. And here's a oatmeal pocket with a tag. And then it flips out this way and you see junk mail. And it's holding another tag. It's just really, really inspirational. I just love this piece. This is the back. And here's the other side of our cereal bag. It's got some bead trim on the opening there. Our menu. There. Now, in the center here, hold on. Okay, I'm going to put it this way. Can you still see? Yeah, okay. See, and this is just a fold out she made with some junk mail. And then it's holding a nice big tag in the center. Okay, now we're going between signatures. And she actually used the space between. And look what we have. Some more tags, but the cool thing is 2 are thin paint chip tags. So don't be afraid to cut these up either. I know a lot of people see them and they're like, oh, we have to use them the size they are. But you really don't. Look how cute these are. They're just slivers and they just work. This is such a neat idea for a pocket because we normally put our signatures so close together. So, okay, and then the second signature. Some paint splatter paper. I'm going to flip up using yogurt, and it's got some paper there. And Taki's bag that she's made into a bag, like a glassine bag. And then some junk mail and a book page, and then some Starbucks. And this is like a Velcro, and it, hold on, and it kind of, hold on, let me get my hands right on this one. And it flips out like that, and that's junk mail, but she made that cool Velcro closure and used like part of a Starbucks cup, or the hot, the hot things on the cup. Then the other end of our Takis bag. And then she used like a CD thing or something and made like another pocket. And there's another paint chip tag. I love that because it's clear. And then here's another paint chip tag over here. And she used some packaging and a paint chip tag to make a really cool and unique tag. And then her fun paper, and in the back, a paint chip card as a pocket and more tags. And then that great back again. So I think you can see why I love this journal, and it's just my spring and summer inspiration every year. If you'd like to see me make a junk journal out of all packaging stuff we would recycle, leave me a comment below saying a junk journal made from all junk, and I'll see what I can do for you. I may do it anyway, but leave me a comment down below and tell me what you would think about one like that. Okay, so we saw paint chip pockets, paint chip tags. Those are all amazing and work great. What else can you do with this? Well, obviously, looking at it, first thing comes to mind is tags, especially the long ones, right? But here's the deal. These could even be like little flip-up notebooks for yourself. You could use this as, remember we just did our page borders? How pretty would that look on a page border? You could put that. Come in with some of our little paper and fabric snippet we made for summer with the bees and the lace and the bee fabric, and put that on there, and then that could be your page border. It could also be a great tuck spot. Okay. Another thing you could do, and the reason I like the long ones with the sections, in fact, I got my whole book. I got this whole thing at a garage sale for $1. It was amazing. They're probably more now, but I think it was before, the world figured out junk journalers look for stuff like this. You can buy these. I think they're $20 at Amazon. I'll link it below But be aware, I did find mine in a estate sale. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do with these. But the reason I like the long ones best is because you can cut them up. And if you only want to use 2 or 1 or 4 or whatever. So why would you cut them up? What would you use them for? Well, let me show you. Now this was all one, and it's in the pink family. And I did that because I'm going to use it in this journal. And a couple of things you can do with these is you definitely could use them on a page and make like a waterfall with them, okay? And that would be putting them in cutting them apart, but layering them, on top of each other, but so they all flip up. A waterfall would be very cool. You could make them flip ups and make them not like a waterfall, just make them random on a page. Also, when you cut them apart, they make awesome page tabs. Now, for the lighter ones, you cut these apart and you're writing in your journal, and maybe you're doing a motivational journal entry for yourself, and there's some words you want to highlight. Instead of highlighting, write your word on your paint chip, cut it out, and glue it to your page. So you're going to have your writing, and then that section you want highlighted, or that word, highlight it, and then keep writing. And then if you have another one, that way those words that you really want to keep in front of you just pop by writing them on the paint chip. And especially if you use like highlighter yellow, but you can use any color because they pop in a page of writing. These will pop, that one word, or 2 words, body positivity, or self-love, self-care, or you are good enough. Whatever you want to put it on this, and then your other writing will be there. You can read it, but those words that mean so much to you are going to pop off the page. It's a great trick, especially if you're going through a rough time, or maybe if you have, somebody you love going through a bad time and you want to give them something motivational, do that. You can also put these in cards and use them in cards, cut up and make words pop in a card as well. Okay? You can also make a page out of these. Now, this little page here is connecting an envelope I wanted in this journal, but I didn't want to put a whole page on it. I'm going to take this little snippet of page here, take my paint chips, attach them to it in some cool pattern, and then I'm making myself a really interesting page, and I will show you this at the end of the video. Okay, so that's cool. You can use them, cut them apart, get this little snippet sewn into your journal, and attach them, and you can make something really interesting with them. And of course, if you have something plain, you can always use them as decoration on your something plain. Okay, you could use them and throw a little, whatever. But use them as the color in our building blocks for when we layer, okay? They're great for that because you can cut them down to any size. Now, with the bigger paint chips like these right here, these make great small journal covers. All you have to do is poke your hole here or here and here. You could use some fabric. You could put them on a sheet of paper and fold the paper and then stitch all around it, and this is still your cover. And you would want to just kind of layer it up, make it pretty. A way to do that, of course, would be our base paper, and then you could do a yellow one or another green color on there if you wanted to, or you could do a flower, and then you could stamp or stick words or letters up here. They make great journal covers as well. And I will show you this at the end. Another thing that these big ones are good for is to make frames out of. And frames are just simple. Whatever you're going to frame, maybe you have a family picture, or maybe you're doing a maybe you're doing a bird journal and you kind of want to make a bird stand out. What you can do is very simple. measure how you want it to go, and it needs to go this way because of our bird size. And then you just cut out your bird enough, and then you cut out the inside of the paint card. And we'll do this one real quick, live. Okay, so there's my bird, and then I'm going to put it on this side, and I'm going to put it on the back, and I'm going to draw a line to where it is. Only I'm going to draw it smaller because I want to have a little edge to attach to the frame. So I've got my pencil here, and I'm just going to kind of mark in a little bit. Actually, I want to come up more center. So I'm going to cut that length there, and then I'm going to cut it about right there. Okay. So all I did was cut it a little smaller than the picture because I did screw up, but that's okay. I can fix it. Okay, so I messed up when I cut through it. You want to not cut through it, but that's okay because it's easy to fix. And then you attach your bird in the center like that. So let me fix my boo-boo because this is going to be flat on a page. It's really okay. I'm just going to throw some tape on the back. But of course you don't want to do that if you can help it. Okay, so there's my frame. It's perfect. If you want to put this at the bottom corner, you can, and then you could always come in with some decor of some sort that matches. You know, you could always put something down there as well, which will kind of cover up the cut. Okay, and then I'm going to attach my bird to the inside. Just with some Scotch tape. I'm just simply taping it down. And see, people do mess up. I mess up all the time. And I show it because, you know, there you go. It's a frame. So, cool way. And like I said, if you accidentally do a boo-boo like I did and you cut it and you don't want that cut mark to show, just put some decor over it or stamp around it or paint around it, whatever you want to do. Write some words around it. That would look cool as well. How to create a page. So I have my little stubby page here, and I'm going to cut up all these colors. This is a very vintagey looking journal. So now you can connect these with glue, with washi tape, with whatever you want. But I think I'm going to use clear tape because I want some flexibility, and I think I'm going to start with them connecting them on the back side. So I'm going to put that, there we go. And all I'm doing is laying them flat, and I'm connecting them on the back side of that little paper and right at the edge, so they're not actually taped to each other. I could technically cut them apart, okay? Now this one, I think I'll do right there. So I'm not taping them together. I am actually just taping the edges together. So see, I just kind of line up the edges and then put them down. So they're like that. As you can see, they're not actually touching, but it's a cool way to make a different type of page, and you could still write on the back if you wanted to. So let's make the rest of this real quick. Okay guys, so by just using clear tape and not taping the cards to each other, but just to each other, but leaving space, it's a cool page in a journal. Very unexpected. Imagine, you know, you're just like, oh, cool, nice. Oh, I love this journal. It's a nice journal. You know, oh, wow, look at this page. This page is really something I've never seen before. So that's another use for your paint cards, your paint chips. Okay guys, let's go back and just decorate up our little journal cover super quick. This isn't going to take any time. Have my favorite glue here. I will link it below. This video is not sponsored. It's just I love this glue. Can also add some fabric to this if you want. I know, or a napkin. Napkins would look good. Fabric would look good. Let's see. I might add just a hint of fabric just for a different texture. Because, you know, it's all about the texture and the feel that you get from this. Because people are textile, believe it or not, and they like the different. I think I'll do. The papers are bright to brighten it up, but I'm going to bring it back down because they're kind of really bright. So I'm going to use this coffee dyed fabric to bring it back down. And then we'll add just a hint of a neutral lace to it as well. We're going to glue it like that so you get the fabric, you get the lightness and brightness of the two base papers. But we're going to glue it around the bottom, but we're going to leave the top open so it's a pocket on our cover, because like Liz, she had all those pockets on her cover. Then we could come back and stick another paint card as a tag if we wanted to. So let's just glue this all down. Remember, we're not going to glue this top part right here so we can put our tag in it. Now the rest of these I'm going to glue flat because they're just gluing to the grid paper. And then because I use the fabric paper glue, I don't have to worry about switching glues when I do my fabric. And then I'm just going to glue this part down as well. All I'm doing is gluing these down. Okay, now they're all glued down for my cover. I'm going to trim off the sides here. And I'm going to trim off the bottom. And this side. Okay, so there's my cover. Now I'm going to come back and poke my holes, put some paper behind it, and tie it up. And then we'll put our tag. We're going to do a yellow tag. We'll put our yellow tag in the front, though we might shorten it a bit. I think we'll shorten it. So let's just get our holes punched real fast. And since I think I threw away my individual hole punch, I have to use... Alright, so we got our little holes punched. Now you could use cardboard on the back or whatever. I'm just going to leave it like that because I might even add more paper to it. I'm going to get some of this fabric that I used to make the cover with. And I'm just going to cut myself some strips real quick. And boom, the cutest little notebook. And now let's attach our tag. And I'm going to cut this down to 3 first, and let's see. Okay, yep, works perfect with 3, but you know what? I'm going to put the little piece in there because as I'm writing, I might want to highlight a word or two. Or maybe I don't want this as a tag at all, but I'll cut it up as I need it and use it to highlight words, sentences, phrases. So anyway, this is another great idea for the larger paint chips. Make them little notebooks or use them as frames, and of course our thin ones are great as page borders, tuck spots, tags, cutting them up to use as highlighters for our words. Guys, thanks for being here today. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Do you want to see me make a junk journal out of all junk? I'll be happy to because I love that. I hope you enjoyed the flip through of Liz's journal. That is so much spring and summer inspiration for me every year. Be sure if you did and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're just out there watching but you keep coming back, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So hit that button, hit that little bell, and I will see you next time. Bye.